Hey, what's up guys? This is Ian and welcome back to another one of my videos. Right, so I have used this Redmagic 5S. If you have not seen my unboxing video and also the specs run through, please watch the video in the link above here. Okay, so now that I've used the phone for a few days and I have gone through the menu and everything else, I'm ready to give you guys my review. So basically, this is the Redmagic 5S. And I'm telling you, this is the ultimate gaming phone, right? You can get in the market right now. And this phone only costs 579 US dollars. Okay, this is with the specs, Snapdragon 865 with OLED display, with cooling fan, with the Trinity cooling fan. If you do get the external fan, the cooling fan, and it's got shoulder triggers, very touch sensitive shoulder triggers at 579 US dollars. And this model here, 579 US dollars, is the 8 gigs 128 gigabyte storage, right? 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gigabytes of storage. So I would say this is the best gaming phone of 2020. You know, is the one of the ultimate gaming phone you can get right now in the market, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run through the menus, and I'm gonna play some games on it, show you some photos, and then show you guys the function of the shoulder button. And let's get right into it. Now let's put in password. Okay, so as you can see, this phone, the screen of the phone now is running at 144 Hertz. All right, 144 Hertz refresh rate on this phone is amazing, right? If you go to the settings, right? So this is the settings. You can go to display. You can change the refresh rate to, what did I do? Sorry. Let's do that again. Go to the refresh rate. So currently it's at 144 Hertz, and I can change it to 60 Hertz. And immediately I can feel the difference. I'm not too sure if you guys can see, but I can feel the lagginess of the screen, right? So if you ask me, 144 Hertz is the way to go. So I'm going to change it back to, let's go back to the main menu. I'm going to change it back to 144 Hertz. Let's see. Right, so let's just go through the menu since I'm in here. So it's pretty simple, very straightforward. You got your dual card and your mobile network, and you can enable the first card to, because you have two cards, so you can choose what you want to do with the two different cards. So for the first card, you may want to enable the mobile data. You can enable the 5G, or you can enable the VoLTE HD call. On the second SIM, you can use it as the data as well, or you can just make it use it as a phone call. Okay, HD call, right? And you can choose the different types of networks, right, on this. Next, you have your Wi-Fi, obviously, and then you have your Bluetooth, and you have more connections. Over here, you have your hotspot, your VPN, and you can do screen projection as well. You can print. You can choose a printer. It does have NFC, so which means you can use Google Pay. You can use all kinds of payment, contactless payment. You have your private DNS, and you can reset all your networks. Then you have your notification and your status bar. Here is pretty good, right? You can manage all your notification, what you want to be notified, what you don't want to be notified. And you can show on the lock screen, or you don't want to show. all the different functions. Okay, let's go back to display. So in display, you have your screen display preference. Here you can choose the different type of hue that you want, your color gamut. You can choose normal or vivid or natural mode, up to you guys. Right, and then you can choose your app screen. You can choose it to have full screen, and you can turn on your night mode, your dark mode. You can choose the font size and the screen timeout. Right, and there is a notification LED. You can also choose what you want to be notified. Over here, right on top at this corner here, if you can see a glow up here. It's not glowing right now, but there is an LED up here. It should glow if there is a notification. All right, let's go get out from here. Always on display, you can choose. All right, you can choose what type of always on display that you want. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back. And then your launcher, you can choose which launcher you want, your lock screen launcher settings. Here you can choose the layout of your desktop. And your home screen, you can choose the style. You want the standard one or you want to have drawer. You can have the drawer. So I'm currently at the drawer system. So it's pretty useful, the drawer system. All right. And then sound, you can choose what kind of ringtone. Is pretty loud. Okay, so you have dual speakers. You have speakers on the top, and you have a bottom firing speaker at the bottom here. Okay, this is the speaker grill. Come on, focus. There you go. Okay. Now next you can choose your accounts, and then you have your cooling fan. So this cooling fan is pretty unique to this phone. You can turn it on. Okay, you can have intelligent adjustment. So the phone itself decides when to turn on the fan and turn it off. Okay, you can have the fast cooling, and you can charge the fan, right? And yeah, so that's it. Now let's go back to the gaming dock, navigation button and gestures. Here you can go full screen gestures, or you can go to the back buttons. You can choose the bottom buttons if you want. Okay. Let's go to navigation bar. So you see, you can choose back, you can go backwards. Then you have your gaming dock, which I don't have. Okay, but if you do have this gaming dock, you can actually dock it into the phone, and there you can extend your Wi-Fi and your headphone. Okay, extend the interface. Sorry, not the Wi-Fi, the interface. Then you have more features. So you have Super Snap, split screen. You can split. You can multitask. You can do picture-in-picture. Okay, you can do a one-handed mode. I'm not going to go into all these functions. I'm sure you guys, can find out more about these features. But this is a very quick review about this phone. And then, of course, you can key in your password and your fingerprint, your security. Let's talk about the battery. So battery, basically, there is 4,500 milliamp battery with fast charging. And I would say this fast charging is pretty fast. You can fully charge this phone from 0 to 100 in about 45 minutes. Okay, in about 45 minutes. I've tried it. So it's pretty fast. It's not as fast as my Mi 10 Ultra, but it's fast enough, because if you're gaming and you need the juice, you need to charge it up fast so you can get back into the game. Yeah. So that's for battery, and that's about it about this phone. Okay, so the screen itself is very, very fast. As you can see, the refresh rate is 144 Hertz, and it's very, very bright. Okay, so this screen, I can go all the way up to the max brightness. Obviously, it's very, very bright. It consumes a lot of battery. Okay, I'm gonna set it back down again. But yeah, this is a very, very bright screen with 144 Hertz refresh rate. So this phone is the best setup for gaming. So if you are a gamer and you're thinking about getting this phone, please go ahead and get this phone. Okay. All right, so I think this phone is a very, very good ultimate phone for gaming. So I'm gonna play some games and show you guys the gaming function of this phone. So in order to play games on this phone, there is the dedicated gaming button right here. So all you need to do is flick on the switch. Okay, and immediately I can hear something. Can you hear this sound? Okay, I'm not too sure you guys can hear it, but this is the cooling fan working. Right, the cooling fan is running immediately once I start this. So I can start my game. So I'm playing this game, Genshin Impact. Right, so now in this game, in any game, you can actually assign these shoulder buttons to the game itself, to the individual game. So all you need to do is slide to the side, slide out from the side, and here you can see some functions, right? The shoulder triggers. So on the shoulder triggers, you can actually map the buttons. I've already mapped out my right and my left, right? So right will be to attack, left is to dash, as you can see. Okay, and then I can close it. So all I need to do is to dash, and I can move it around. I can attack, right? Move it around. I gotta find something to attack. Okay, so I'm attacking the tree. Okay, so as you can see, the game is running really smooth. The sound's really loud. I've gone it to max volume. Let's explore the world. Okay, so gameplay is very smooth. As you can see, the water is really clear. You can see I've got this game on the max settings. So you can see. And as you know, this game is a very graphical, demanding game. So that's why I use this game. Okay, very useful game. The shoulder buttons are really useful. Definitely useful if you are playing PUBG or Mobile Legends.
I'm the survival expert of the Adventurers Guild. Nice to meet you.
Nice. I like the graphics on this phone. I'm actually looking for something to attack so that you guys can see the functions, but you know, if I don't find something to attack, it's fine. You know, at least you guys can see the refresh of this screen is phenomenal. You know, it's amazing how this screen refreshes. Okay, so that's it for gaming. Right, so I'll go take some photos and videos with this phone, and then I'll come back and show you guys the quality of the photo of this camera. Right, so you have 3 cameras set up here, and of course you have your front facing camera here. So I'm gonna take some photos with this camera and show you guys some photos. Okay, so let's talk about the camera. So basically the camera is the back, this is the back facing camera, and here you can choose different modes. Let's go to the resolution. So here you can choose 64 megapixels, or you can choose 16 megapixels, 12 megapixels, 7 megapixels, and 9 megapixels. I'm not too sure why the frame is linked to the resolution, but it is what it is. So at 64 megapixels, it's at the ratio of 4:3, and 16 megapixels is 4:3 as well. But at 12 megapixel, it's at 16:9, and 7 megapixel is the movie frame, which is 19:5:9. So I'm not too sure why, but this is how it is. So here you can have a few functions, which is face detection, intelligent beauty. Yeah, I tried that, you know, which is pretty okay. Multi-point autofocus, and you can have your grid, your gradient entry, your touch to take a photo, shutter sound, power saving mode, the time watermark. This is pretty useful if you want to record the time of when you want to take the photo or when you took the photo. And of course, you've got your Nubia watermark. Oh, this is good. This is the wide angle distortion correction. So it automatically corrects the distortion when you go wide. And of course, you can do your settings, your profile. Okay, you can choose the profile later. And that's it. So here, sorry about that. Here you can take a photo, right? And it's got multi autofocus point. Okay, got a camera sound as well. And then you have your timer. You can turn on your timer. And of course, different filters. You can choose your filters. At 64 megapixel, which is what I am now, you can't zoom. But if you go down the, let's see, resolution, if you go down to 16 megapixel, then you can actually zoom. So this is one time zoom, and then let's choose to 3 times zoom, and then you can go all the way down to 5 times zoom, and then you can go to 10 times zoom. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures of what I took with this phone. Okay, so this is 8K, recording in 8K. I'm walking. Okay, this is recording in 4K. I'm walking. Okay, now I'm recording in 4K 60 frames per second. I'm walking. Okay, now I'm recording in 1080p 60 frames per second. I'm walking. Now I'm recording in 1080p in normal mode. I'm walking. Okay, so this is the front facing video, as you can see. pretty sharp, not bad. Nice. Alright guys, so you have seen the game functions on this phone, you have seen the photos that have been taken on this phone, and I think this phone is definitely a gaming phone. It's not really great on the photos, but you know, the game on this phone, the gaming experience on this phone is phenomenal, right? It's amazing. It's got the best screen for it for gaming, the best sound, right? It's got dual speakers, you got 144 hertz of refresh rate, you've got OLED screen, you got Snapdragon 865. What more can you ask for a gaming phone? So I would say for a gaming phone, this is the best gaming phone, and I do recommend you guys to get this phone if you want a game. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys can give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.